What's good? Episode 17. We are almost legal, everyone. And today, we got some fun things to do. I don't know why. I'm just going to keep probably doing that throughout the episode on purpose. They're like, nah, I'm not freezing. I'm just messing around. I'm having a good time. It's a good day. It's a Friday. I'm recording on June 14th, 2024. If you've never been a listener, a viewer, any of these fingers, my name is Richard Carrion. I'm the host of Swish's Hits and Kicks podcast, sports and entertainment. That's what we're talking about today. We're talking about some entertainment with a little bit of sports towards the end. And we are getting into some pro wrestling sports entertainment talk right now. On deck is WWE Clash at the Castle. That is this Saturday. I believe it airs live on Peacock starting at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So for us on the West Coast, I believe that's an 11 a.m. start time, which I'm not mad at. Not mad at. I'm going to have to leave it early, though, because I'll tell you guys later when I talk about some movies and stuff. Going to go see a movie at around 1 something. But yeah, let's talk about Clash of the Castle. This card, when it was put together or the poster first came out, it had Drew McIntyre on it. And it makes all the sense in the world because it's taking place in his home country of Scotland. And Drew McIntyre is headlining the show. He is going against World Heavyweight Champion Damian Priest. And so I'm going to run through this card. And then I'm going to make some predictions after each match, okay? So let's start. We always start bottom to top. Sorry, it's just the way it goes. From the top to the bottom, bottom to top. I stop at the core, forgotten in the middle of my thoughts. Thinking far from my safety, your picture's there for anyone to see me. Why should I care? Shout out to Linkin Park, R.I.P. Not the whole band, but the lead singer Chester. Shout outs, man. The first match I want to talk about is a women's tag team title match. And it's a triple threat match between the champions Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill against Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler. And we got Alba Fire and Isla Dawn in the match. I'm going to be completely honest. That last group I just talked about has not been on TV often. They're not going to win. Although it is their home country, I think at least one of them. So they're not going to win. I actually think this is the easiest one to call the whole night. Bianca and Jade are just going to keep dominating until they break up. Something happens. Then you have Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable. I predict that'll be our first title change of the night. I think Chad Gable's going to beat Sami Zayn. Not even because of Otis, but I think maybe the Creed brothers or something is going to help them. Maybe even Ivy Nile too. Like they're going to do like a swap and group a little bit. The other next match on the card is the women's championship match, and that is Bayley versus Piper Niven. It's Piper Niven's hometown. So if you guys are noticing a trend here, a lot of hometown people on the card. I think Piper loses though to Bayley. I don't think it's her time. I think she's only on the show because it's her hometown. To be honest. In a match that you could say will be the co-main event, but I actually think it might open the show, is an I Quit match for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. And you got Cody Rhodes, the champion, versus the phenomenal AJ Styles. This match is probably going to be insane. It's going to be entertaining. Honestly, it'll probably be the best match on the show. AJ Styles loses, though. It's weird. If you watch this whole Cody Rhodes run so far, it's very John Cena-esque from like 2011, 2012, and I assume it's going to go like that to like 2013, 14. That run, because I don't know, Cody's run's kind of lined up the same. He's a new Cena. It's not a bad thing. I like it. I dig it. I can't wait to watch this match. And then the main event of this card, I said it in the beginning, we have Damian Priest, the World Heavyweight Champion, going against the hometown, the home country boy, Drew McIntyre. And there's no Judgment Day at ringside. Most of the time, WWE has the guy lose in their hometown. I think this is one of the times where they don't. I think Damian Priest will lose to Drew McIntyre. And it'll be his first. This is really like his first match as world champion with no Judgment Day. And he's going to lose it, and it's just going to lead to a feud between him and someone from the Judgment Day, probably Finn Balor. While Drew, I think the only reason Drew wins is I actually think CM Punk accidentally helps him. I'm thinking like 97 SummerSlam. Shawn swings at Brett, but accidentally hits Undertaker, and has to count, even though he hates Brett. Kind of like that. I think Punk's gonna accidentally help McIntyre win. Should be fun. There might be more matches added to this because I'm recording before I'm watching SmackDown, or before SmackDown airs over here in California. So who knows? SmackDown could have some new matches added to it. I wanted to talk just a tad about AEW. I don't know what it is. AEW has this I don't want to say a dark cloud, but it has a real negative connotation to it. Especially right now. I think we're 2 episodes in on the Who Killed WCW series on Vice. And I think that show and the things that show's talking about are making people correlate a lot of it with AEW and maybe the things that they've done as a company. So I don't know. AEW has a lot of bad, it's weird. If you want to find good for AEW, you'll find good. And if you want to find bad, truth be told, it's weird. You don't have to look for it. It's just there. It's very known, but I did want to kind of highlight some of the good I believe that's going on in AEW right now. They have a big pay-per-view called Forbidden Door coming up at the end of June. And this is a pay-per-view where they promote with New Japan Pro Wrestling, CMLL, and I believe they're going to add in AAA too from Mexico to this one. And the card right now is pretty good. Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay for the AEW World Title is going to be insane. Let's see, we got Timeless Toni Storm, right? She's defending her title. You got Zack Sabre Jr. and Orange Cassidy. Should be actually a really fun, entertaining match. Moxley versus Naito for the IWGP World Title is going to be amazing. I assume we'll get Roosh versus MJF. I think that match is going to be awesome. So I think that AEW has some good things going on. I'll say the things that don't make sense is we have a huge show for that pay-per-view, right? But that's not till the end of the month. That's 16 days away from what we got going on, right now. So they have what I'd say 4, maybe 6 6 shows left, right? They have about 6 shows left. And right now they're already preparing for Blood and Guts, which I believe is in July. Okay? We're devoting a ton of TV time to the Elite and building up the Blood and Guts match. I don't mind it. I just think, I don't know, I like building towards the future. WWE does it. But I also like making sure what you have in front of you is important too. So I just, and everyone says, oh, AEW doesn't have storylines, and I catch myself saying that a lot too. But sometimes they have convoluted storylines. I don't want to say don't make sense, but are not always the easiest. I think most wrestling fans like being spoon-fed, like a casual fan, that they like being spoon-fed. I don't know. I think AEW sometimes needs to make their stories easier to follow. And I'll keep saying this till the cows come home, is I guess the expression. Possibly, I don't know. I could be wrong. It's all good. It won't be the first time. Won't be the last. They need to do a video package before every match, something that hypes up what's about to happen. Why should I care and be invested? Especially if I'm a casual viewer. If my wife was watching with me and she hasn't been watching the shows all the time, she's going to care less about these 2 guys wrestling. But I'm excited for what they got coming forward. Let's talk a little bit about Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, or lack thereof. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, got scrapped. Well, actually not scrapped, but moved to, I believe, November. Because Tyson, let's be honest, Tyson's old. I don't even know how this fight is happening or why, but now we have Jake Paul versus the bare knuckle champion himself, Mike Perry. And they're going to replace that Tyson fight on July 20th in boxing. Now, Mike Perry is the bare knuckle, Conor McGregor. But he's doing a boxing match. And I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of him boxing Jake Paul. I don't know how much, I'll say this. I'm not confident in him beating Jake Paul in boxing. I'm just not. If this was bare knuckle, for some weird reason, Mike Perry just annihilates people in bare knuckle. He beat the hell out of Luke Rockhold. Like, Luke Rockhold, former UFC middleweight champion. And Mike Perry just beat the hell out of him like he's a savage. But I just don't know, with like all the rules for the boxing, I just don't see him beating Jake Paul. Like, Jake Paul is going to be hard to beat. Let's talk a little bit about some UFC news. The big one right now coming out of UFC is UFC 303 main event with Conor McGregor, and Michael Chandler has been pushed back to win. They haven't said. But they pushed it back. Conor got injured. Anyone who's been following this for like the last week could tell something was up. So yeah, now we're going to have Conor versus Chandler. Probably it won't be at the Sphere, but I bet September, late September. Maybe they could do in August if he's healed, but kind of sucks. Like, we've been waiting for this fight forever, and it's just not happening. I hope it does happen for all of their sakes. Michael Chandler, especially. My guy's just waiting to try to get this red panty night, man. I don't know. I feel like he could have had multiple fights since then, but probably none. He's right though. None of them are bigger than Conor. But replacing that will be Alex Pereira versus Yuri Prochazka. I'm terrible at saying that name. The second fight between them, and it's going to be an amazing fight. Some other fights were added, like Brian Ortega and Diego Lopez. Jamal Hill's out. Anthony Smith is replacing him in a whole new fight. So they're kind of loading up the card a little bit more now because Conor's gone, which is good. Like, you replace somebody, you try to make the whole thing better. Hamzat Shamaev is out against Robert Whittaker. I guess he's severely ill, Dana White was saying. So that kind of sucks. So that fight was supposed to be next Saturday, and there's a replacement there too. Hamzat just can't catch a break. He fights so infrequently. It's kind of sad because I'm gonna be honest, like Hamzat, I think he has the most potential to dominate like the middleweight division, but he just can't fight like enough. Like I believe he doesn't fight enough. Let's see what else is there. UFC. They have a fight this weekend. I'll be honest, and I could care less about that fight this weekend. It's just not something I'm into this weekend. I don't know why. I've said it before. I wish they would condense the events down a little bit, maybe 2 a month, not like 3 to 4. They usually do 3. 2 a month would be perfect. 1 pay-per-view or 1 fight night or 2 fight nights, and wait till a pay-per-view every other month. But hey, some degenerates are going to be out there watching it for sure. I guess I'm not that big of a degenerate. And let's talk real quick, end this off with some movies and shows. Like I said earlier, going to go to the movie theater. We're going to go watch Inside Out 2. My wife really wants to watch it, but I'm down. I love going to the movie theater. There's just not a ton of movies out right now I want to see. But we've been watching some shows. I've been watching like Who Killed WCW. The new season of Golden Touch is on right now. I've been rewatching Stranger Things. Real quick, I'm a teacher. Oh, I have summers off. So summer started. Summer's off right now. Right now I don't have any projects to do. No honeydews right now. Not yet. I'm on season 2 of Game of Thrones. We got into that show Evil, and we're halfway through season 3, and that show kind of lives up to the name. It gets a little creepy. Richard Carrion doesn't always get down with some of those demons. I'm just being honest with you. I really don't. But I would love suggestions on what to watch. I would love like a new show. I'm pretty open to watch anything. Even if it's an older show, but it's like amazing and maybe I haven't seen it. Throw me some shout outs, throw me some suggestions, right? Suggestions. I would love to see something new. I got a whole summer to watch stuff, so let's get into that. What else? Working out, just doing some workouts, trying to lose some lbs before the new school year. I would love to go in under 3 bills. That's a goal, and I'm saying it out loud on here for everyone to hear. Let's see. I think that's about it. I don't know if anyone can tell yet, but this is the second episode, kind of changing it up, kind of doing it a little different. I'm not recording all this off my iPhone anymore, which I used to do before, and it took so much time editing. But now I'm trying to do more things off my laptop. It's a little more high-powered on my computer and with a real microphone and headphones and a little better lighting. So I'm trying, right? But this is the time where I need you to go follow me on X. Go follow me on X right now. This is the time where I need you to go hit the like, comment, and subscribe on my YouTube channel. I'm putting up YouTube shorts all the time. Something's always going on my YouTube channel. I'm trying to make it, especially now it's the summer, I'm trying to put something up at least every day. Go follow me on Instagram at Swishes Hits Kicks Pod. Go follow me the same on TikTok too. Swish Hits Kicks Pod. I've been posting on TikTok more often too. I'm trying to differentiate and see if I should put certain videos and clips up on different ones. Right now, all of them are kind of getting the same. But please go follow me. Go help me out. I'm just trying over here. I'm just another teacher who enjoys other things, trying to do other things. All right, get with it or get lost. I love y'all. It's a summertime, and let's go.